My name is Andy Holloman, and I'm asking for your vote for AEA President. Thank you for visiting my site. I hope you will take a few minutes for me to tell you key reasons I think I'm your best choice. These are challenging times, and I see our profession as being under attack. Some of the attackers are obvious, as we've seen in recent events in Wisconsin, Ohio, Idaho, and other states. There are politicians that want to take your pension, your seniority, your health care, and your job security. There are education reformers that want to change about everything that you do about your job, and they don't have too much concern for teachers. Some of them truly are motivated by a desire to see better education in the U.S., but some are actually out to take down public education as we know it. And internally, classroom teachers are facing a barrage of things that limit and distract them. There's an increasing pile of paperwork to be filled out for various departments, more and longer test days every year, more standardization of what should be happening in your classroom each day, and less time to do the basic work of teaching. Historically, AEA has represented us at the bargaining table and responded when there were violations of the contract. If you look, I think you'll see that several decades have gone by, and AEA isn't doing very much differently than it did 20 years ago. I'd like to change that. First, the critical work in negotiations and advocacy have to stay in place. We have some solid strengths there, but I also think there are ways we can enhance them. We need to put more information and explanations online. For example, when I've taken rights training classes from NEA, a lot of the material could be made available to members or anyone on our website. It's not the same as a class, but there are basic explanations of labor law, what the contract means, and examples of the kind of problems that we run into day to day in our schools between principals and teachers. It's not the same as taking a class, but a lot of our members will never have the time or desire to do that, but they still need the information. We have a copy of our contract posted on our website. That's fine, but we don't bother explaining any of it. And in some cases, an explanation of the history of the discussions or the compromises that took place would make the contract more understandable to the members. There's no reason not to do this, we just haven't. Externally, threats have been there for some time. We've yet to fully address them. In 2005, our retirement system was gutted in Juneau before local membership realized what was happening. We'll never get it back at the bargaining table or from the ASD school board. AEA has not only failed to inform members about how severe the problem is, it's getting worse every year as more people come in under the new system. Other candidates in this race have either not addressed this issue or they've said that they would actually stay focused internally and not work to reform these kinds of problems. The fact is, education reform is being pushed in Anchorage. The Mayor's Summit is a good example of that. The results of that meeting are probably going to include a push for vouchers or other form of aid to private schools. While there are a few teachers at the summit, there's no clear voice for teachers that can stand up and say why we see this as a problem. Business groups and community groups that truly want to improve education may not understand why this is a problem for us. If AEA doesn't stand up and speak for us, it's unlikely that anyone else can really represent teachers in this discussion. I played a role in recent elections. The outcome is a school board that we may disagree with at times, but it isn't trying to weaken our union or our ability to bargain. We've worked to put people in the assembly that support strong public education, people that understand education issues and will always take time to listen to us if we need for them to. I would also like to be part of reaching out to the community and business groups to explain what teachers need from them to be successful. Only the AEA president is in a position to do this, and that is why I need your vote. All of this discussion with other people is only good if AEA can start more of a discussion with its own membership, however. We need more building reps, and we need for the people at the middle of AEA to really be there to listen and discuss things with members. I have some examples. On this site and other places, I've sat at school board meetings, I've posted what they were doing that some teachers might care about via Facebook. And at times, people would see that I was there and message me. This is just one example of how I won't simply send out emails asking you to do something. I'll post things that can be accessed by you when you want to look at it and want to read it. And you will have the opportunity to be able to react directly if you'd like to. There'll be direct channels back to me. For a lot of people, Facebook or other technology may not be their cup of tea. The old systems will still be in place as well, but you'll find the new ones can be very effective and very efficient for for everyone who's willing to try them. Voting opens on January 9th. Try it out. If you have a question, feel free to stop in at Andyforaea.wmv. There's a place there where you can message me directly or email me at Andyforaea.wmv. If you use Facebook, search for Andyforaea. And if you would, like my page, feel free to post a message or a question or an endorsement. Check what other people have posted there, including recommendation or endorsements from 2 previous AEA presidents. There's a tremendous amount of opportunity for education in Anchorage. There's a lot of public support. We can keep our heads down and ignore it and focus on our classrooms, which is what we want to do. But the truth is, if we don't stand up and voice it, the decisions will get made by other people. AEA has to modernize what it's doing. We have to work together as a group, and we have to communicate in new ways to make the information you need available to you and to make your voice part of the voice of thousands of teachers in Anchorage speaking about how we need to go forward. If you think everything is fine right now, you really shouldn't vote for me. If you see AEA as an organization that needs to change, and it needs to change a lot, and it needs to do it soon, please vote for me, Andy Holloman, when voting opens. And I hope if you listen to the candidates and feel strongly, you'll talk to your colleagues. Most teachers won't know much about any of the candidates. Please make it an informed vote. Please do call or email if you have any questions. Thank you. Have a great new year. Please be sure and vote when voting opens on January 9th.